Hey everybody, this is Grace. In this video, I want to talk about how people phrase things, or how they, some would say frame, how they put together things that instead of saying it in a way that would, in a way, make more sense, they put it in a negative way, very negative, and plus very dramatic, very like somebody's conspiring against them, or a big, say corporations conspiring against all of them. Instead, it could not be that at all. And that, they're in a way acting very paranoid. Okay. And these are my opinions. I could be wrong. This is my opinion. I'm a social and behavioral scientist, and this is how I see some of these things. I'm not diagnosing anybody. One size does not fit all, and it's not 100% across the board, all that stuff. But I'll tell you what, one of the reasons why it's on my mind lately, and that is, I've mentioned before that there are certain videos that I like to watch, certain genres, and one of which is, lately at least, is I like to watch the people who are doing these delivery gig workers who are doing, what they deliver is usually, say, from a restaurant, food to people, and or groceries. Usually that's what they're doing, and what I watch. There are plenty of examples out there that aren't necessarily those two. But, and some of what they do, they make videos on it, some of them do, and they show themselves out there actually going, getting from their app, getting the order, I would call it an order, and then they go to the restaurant, pick it up, and they show different ways they do this. Show themselves getting it from the restaurant, they get in their car, and then whatever they're driving, and then they go to the customers and they show that too. Usually it's leave at door. We're a leave at door type too. And we don't want to, we don't have to see them, they don't have to see us, they just leave at the door, and we're off, that kind of thing. And now, some of them, they complain a lot about one particular delivery service, but it seems to be the main one that they work off of. Some, there are two different types that I've seen that they're the main one on each. Okay. Now, they'll complain a lot about what they're paid. And to me, they're paid quite nicely. Nice. They make pretty good money. Okay? And, yeah. But they'll complain about how much they make. And they'll complain about the service they work for. They'll complain about the restaurants. They'll complain about the customers. A lot of complaints about the customers. Okay? The customers are just ordering. I'm a customer, and I'm just ordering, and I'm not into all this drama. It doesn't have to be a drama. I order some milk to be picked up from this service, and I pay. I've mentioned this before. It's going to be something like you pay more for the items, you pay for monthly, however you pay it, monthly, yearly, each one, and then they'll have another little charge on it, and then you can tip or not. That's goes to it. If they want to tip, they don't tip. They have a whole thing. If they're no tip, no trip. I don't like mantra mentality. But, I'm the customer. I'm not in it for any drama. I'm not in it for so somebody can make some money. All I'm doing is ordering food, and that's their business outside of that. Okay, what happens on that, that's their end. That's not my drama. Don't make don't make it mine. Don't try to. But anyway. Yeah, I said no mantra mentality, and I was thinking, no drama, no trauma. I don't know if somebody said that or I just say it myself. But yeah, I'm not in it for that. I see a light flashing. What in the world? Really? That is so wicked. Anyway. Real life happens in the middle of a video. But here's an example. And I'm not saying it's only them that do this kind of thing. I'm not at all. mean, I'm 58 years old. I've seen plenty of things like this in my lifetime. And I'm getting freaked out by a flashing light. Seriously. It's weird. But anyway, they they go and they like I said, they show themselves, they show the app. It says it's this much for this many miles, and how long that should take you. And it has map, whatever screen they're on, and how much they're going to pay. Okay, it shows how much they're going to pay, but it doesn't break it down, I think, until after they deliver. Okay, after they've completed the order, delivered it. Okay, complete. And now, like say it says that one order they're going to make $6 off of. Okay, they're going to make. It shows that they're going to make $6, and here's the mileage, and here's all that. But it doesn't break it down. Where's that $6 coming from? So they take it. They say it's a mile away. They take it, and it says $6, and then they complete it, and then they check it, and it's more. It's $9 or it's $7, and then instead of saying, well, maybe the customer, from the time they took the order, the customer went in and maybe added a little bit more of a tip, whatever it was. Instead of just saying it, and that's a good way to say it, the customer decided to pay more. Or after they delivered it, the customer changed it right then, whatever. To see it as that. As the customer was doing a good thing. That would be saying something good about the customer. It would be saying something good. It's not negative. Instead, it's going to be, and these are the words I've seen more than one use, and I'm not saying they're all bad that do this, but they'll say instead, and it could be something they've heard people saying, that's how they think of it, or it could be the way they think themselves. Each individual is, instead of saying something good, they'll say something bad, which is that the service had a hidden tip. Okay, you see the difference. Instead of thinking in the terms of the customer paid an extra tip after they took the order, they're going to say the service hid the tip. See, the service is to them doing something bad. The service is always bad. They're always out to get them. That, to me, hints at paranoia. I mean, a little bit of, or just that whole conspiracy theory. Well, you know how that is. So, okay. And now I'm going to say that it's not, I cannot imagine it being healthy to work for someone. I see them as subcontractors, because the services are the ones contracting from the restaurants or grocery stores, whatever. Okay, they hold the contract, and the people who go to deliver are subcontractors. Okay, and to be a subcontractor and work for a place that you're, I'm not saying you, but that's a way, that they are constantly thinking they're out to get them, that they're hiding tips, that they're screwing this up or they're screwing that up. Oh, look how they are behaving now. Look how bad they do at this. They're trying to screw us out of money. They're trying to, stack more on top of it. That's bad. To work, to constantly have that kind of feeling in your own body, your own mind. I mean, to constantly have that kind of stress. I'm not, someone. I'm not a counselor or someone who can diagnose you, but in my opinion, to constantly be under that kind of stress, to know that to think, not know, but think that they're constantly out to get you. I cannot imagine that would be healthy. I just cannot imagine it would be healthy to think in those terms constantly while working. Some work part-time, some work full-time. Some work 7 days a week, many hours a day. Some work, I go on my lunch break and do it, or my, right after I get off of work, a couple of hours, whatever. Maybe sometimes just work on the weekend. Different. You get the gist. But to have that in their minds, when they're working, just even that 30 minutes or an hour, that these people that they're working for are out to get them, or out to screw them, was out of money somehow or out of something. I can't see it as healthy. I just cannot see it as mentally healthy. I can't imagine being under that much stress and accept, and just keep going on. Keep doing it day after day. Yes, they're venting, but the whole thought is they don't really know that. Man, not the whole thought, but the thought they don't know is for certain that. It's just the way they're either heard it or they're putting it. They're stating it. They're looking at it this way. It might not be real at all. Nothing to it. Okay. Yeah, it's, a lot of it is the way they connect the dots. Not necessarily. See, this could be that the customer, saw on the app, whenever the order was delivered, oh, I'm going to add a little extra $1. They were nice. Instead of, the service, they had that hidden tip. They're hiding it from us, so then we'll still take those orders. And, some of them have hinted at worse, okay? No. Okay. And for some people, it is that they're kind of following the herd like sheeple, really. That this is what the way people are saying it, so I'm just going to follow. I see them on video, and they're saying that they must know what they're talking about. You can use your own brain and start to think. It's not against the law, as far as I know. You're not here, United States, and that's where they're working. To use your own brain and think, well, wait a minute. Maybe instead of turning it on, turn on the doubt and the hate on the customer, on the service, on the restaurant. Think maybe instead that the people who are telling you to think in those ways, are people who are thinking these ways and spreading it around like a weed, it's growing like a weed. Maybe they're just, maybe they're a little paranoid. Maybe they're just too suspicious. They're, they're very negative about things, about work. Why do they keep, they'll say stuff like, why do you keep watching my videos if you don't like it? I'm not talking to me, but I've heard them say stuff like that. Why are they ordering if they don't like it? Or well, what about turning that around and saying, why are these people still working for them if they have all these suspicions constantly? Every video, several times, even with some. They're going to say that the restaurant is out to get them, that the customers are out to get them. The customers owe them more. The customer doesn't owe you crap. And crap wasn't the word I was going to say. And, the business this. No. You know how it works. These are some that have been doing it for years. Do you know how it works? You keep doing the job. Okay, and you're not making minimum wage an hour. You're making quite a bit more, and you brag about it. Okay. So, and that's bragging to me. It's bragging. For some, like I said, one size doesn't fit all. But there's some I like to watch, some I don't. Well, why do you keep coming back? See, that would be the thing. That would be the thought. Blame it on them. Blame it on the outside. Blame it on the outside. And so say, that's kind of bad when everything you watch on the video, people doing this, and they're just saying, blaming the customer, blaming the restaurant or what store, blaming the service, and maybe it could be them. Or nobody. Well, how about that? That's just what it was today. It's just what happened today. Or that order. That's it. There's no hidden anything. No hidden agenda. The customer just felt like giving it an extra buck. Maybe they only ordered, it was, $15. Here's an extra buck. They're leave at door. They're not going to be opening the door to hand you that extra buck. Yeah, I know some people can leave it on the mat. Yeah. But if it says delivery person from this, whole thing written out, I wouldn't actually be taking that money if it's just sitting there. I wouldn't. That's my opinion, and I'm wrapping this up. Talk to y'all in another video. Okay, I want to add a little bit more to this. I'm going maybe, possibly, make another separate video, but it's about estimates. Now, what they see, from what I've seen, is that these are estimates. These are not, that's the full disclosure, is to say this is an estimate. You know, it could say that it's going to be high, it could be higher, whatever it is, this is there. And if that, what they're stating is a guarantee amount. Now, if they, somehow it doesn't turn out to be that way, that amount is lower, what they get, then they have to pay, they pay up to that amount. Some people want to be all conspiracy theory against that too. Oh, they're causing us problems. They're, you know, it could have been higher and we could have got more. You know, their estimate. Think the AI, think along the line of possibly the AI, possibly that it's an automated amount they sent out, you know, for when they've had that kind of order before. Think about how many orders per second even. Let's just think about that. That it's hitting their computer, their AI. How many? Maybe I'll do another video, or maybe that's enough if you think